Hello and welcome to my screencast of the UDL Guideline that I chose for Unit 5. So for my guideline, I chose Guideline 9, which is Provide Options for Self-Regulation. So the first checkpoint, 9.1, is Promote Expectation and Beliefs that Optimize Motivation. So I looked at Edutopia and SMART goal setting with students. So here is where I first looked at it, and it talks about what SMART goals are and what they look like and what they don't look like, so that teachers get an idea of how their students' goals should look like. It also talks about setting character goals, which helps with student motivation for behavior issues. So here it's like setting goals with peers, and it gives different steps of what they can do, how they can phrase it, and how teachers can use this in the classroom. Another thing that I looked at for SMART goals, well, first of all, SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So these 5 attributes give students a more attainable and easier to look at goal. It's not some goal that disrupts their motivation because they can't get to it. So that's how SMART goals help with this guideline, because it helps optimize motivation because it's easier to achieve. So first I looked at this on Scholastic, and it talks about what this teacher did specifically with SMART goals. So first she showed the students this so that they knew what a SMART goal was, and then she's very adamantly talked about getting specific and what is a specific goal and what is not. And then they put their goals on specific or SMART goals or vague goals kind of thing, so that they knew the differences. She then gave them sheets about SMART goal planning. So here is their SMART goal planner, and it allows the students to break down their goals of what they want to happen. It could be academic, character, behavioral, all these different things. And it allows them to break it down into specific, measurable, attainable, realistic and relevant, and time-bound. This allows students to think more thoroughly about their goal before they actually write it. And then we have SMART goal sheets, which is my SMART goal, I'll reach my goal by doing whatever. And so this allows the students to see it, and it goes back to this guideline because it promotes expectations and beliefs that optimize motivation, because the students actually have an attainable goal that they have written for themselves. So that allows them to see their goal in different ways. Checkpoint number 2, which is 9.2, facilitate personal coping skills and strategies. I believe that in a classroom there should be different strategies available to students at all times. So if you have students who really need different strategies, there's this cootie catcher that they can make. And so it talks about all the different coping strategies. So the kids can color it, and then they can cut it out and fold it up the way that it's supposed to be folded. And this allows the students to have something on hand if they're getting anxious, overwhelmed, stressed, angry, and it gives them an opportunity to slow down and use different strategies. So, and then they can use it whenever they need, and it can just be sitting in their desk. So this particular template is on Teachers Pay Teachers, and it's $6. Different teachers, you can make it, but if they don't want to make it, they can just buy it on here. It's also a part of a bundle, which would be pretty cool, because this bundle also has different keys to success, which are different ways for students to use their keys, the key strategies kind of thing. And they can build notebooks where students can put their own strategies and ways that they're going to use the strategies, their strategy cards, positive thinking. And then this goes along with the facilitate personal coping strategies and skills, because it allows the students to deal with their emotions personally and cope with things personally instead of making a big deal about it. So checkpoint 9.3 is develop self-assessment and reflection. So here students have to be able to see their goals and see their progress. And so one of the ways that I saw this was a goal setting in the self-assessment sheet. So the student would write this and they have My SMART goals and they can make it daily or monthly, however they want to do it. And they write their goal and then they say they completed it or they're still working on that particular goal. And they can have 3. If they needed, they could always make more. And then they can talk about what they learned for the day, the proof that they completed those goals, what their next goal would be after they've completed a goal, and their reflection on the day. Then they can talk about it with the teacher and they can have the signature of the student and the teacher. We can also have a tracking their own progress sheet. So here we can have the weeks throughout the semester, throughout the marking period. We could break it down to however the student needs it. And they keep track of it by day. So like they did their particular SMART goal on day 1 and not day 2 and day 3. And then as time goes on, they can see how much more they're doing their goal, and they write their goal up here, and they can have as many as they need for all of their goals. And that goes with, well, if I could click on my thing, develop self-assessment and reflection, because the students are able to look at their goals and see when they're doing them, how they're accomplishing them, and how their goals are helping them. That is my UDL resources for Guideline number 9, provide options for self-regulations.